Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been playing a lot of the Mimic on Roblox. For those of you who don't know, the Mimic is a first-person horror game that takes place in Japan. In this video, I'll be ranking all the chapters from easiest to hardest on the current version. Keep in mind that these rankings are in my opinion. First chapter, Book 1, Chapter 1. I think we can all agree that this is the easiest chapter in the whole game. For the most part, you just run to the next level. For Iachi, you just have to find a key and listen to her footsteps, and she goes like around the whole maze, so if you remember your ways on the maze, it should be easy. For Shizu, isn't even that hard. If you hear her breathing, then she is near and she is so slow, so you just have to run. For Baiwaki, she is fast but stops sometimes. You can get around her easily. However, Kuriko is the hardest monster to beat in the chapter. The maze is big and there are no hiding spots, and there are 2 of them as well. But apart from that, Book 1 Chapter 1 is the easiest chapter to beat.
The second easiest chapter to beat in my opinion is Book 1 Chapter 3. Some of you might disagree, but hear me out. For Kaito, it is extremely easy to beat. Easier than Hiachi. You just go to the lanterns and he won't attack you, and the lanterns are everywhere. Mahari is somewhat easy. The map is small, so she will constantly come back and forth while you do the bells minigame. Also, you have to get close to her to grab her spirit and burn it, but she is somewhat slow. Amukade is hard to beat. She is extremely fast, so her pathway is dangerous. But if you stay at the corners of the map, you will be safe. The skull minigame is hard since you have to guess random skulls and do it fast. But if you time Amukade's attack while doing the skull part, the game should make it somewhat easier. The third easiest chapter in my opinion is Book 1 Chapter 2. You guys might be confused about why Chapter 3 was first than Chapter 2. Well, Megumi is easy to beat. She is slow and the map isn't big. You can just get the key and go to the next level. Kusunoki is easy, but it is hard to spot him. But if you listen closely, you can tell when he is far or not. So you can just get in the hole and go to the next level. Shaku, for the first part, isn't that hard. If you are about to enter her maze, and you see her go in a straight line in front of you, go get the key and come back. This part will be very easy if you know where the key is. Now, in my opinion, Shakubomination is one of the reasons why this chapter is hard. The maze is not big but not small, and she is fast. Also, from what it looks like, she loops around the maze, making it harder to get the spirit. Lastly, Sama. She is somewhat hard, a bit easier than Shakubomination in my opinion. Hear me out. You can hear Sama clearly, and when she is near, the spirit and exit aren't that hard to detect. Although the maze is big, once you get the hang of it, it isn't that hard to beat. The fourth easiest chapter is Jealousy Chapter 1. You guys might think that I am crazy or something, but it's a lot easier than you think. Rin is not hard to beat. She is super easy to detect since you can hear heartbeats when she is near or not. So you can get the rats and hear if she is near you or not. The running part for Rin is easy and can probably even complete it on the first try. Nagisa is not that hard. You just need to take your time for hiding and running. Her running part is easy if you run the moment you spawn. Shosai is easy since the houses aren't that far apart and he probably runs about the same speed as you. But it's safe if you don't risk running when he is near. Takane is easy. You just need to paint what she gives you. But one small mistake can kill you, but if you do it slow and fast at the same time, you might paint without dying. Sukiya is easy since you just need to run away from her and know where she is. But it is still risky when you are near her. Hyakume is extremely easy since he is extremely slow and only need to light up 1 candle on his floor. Kishin is hard to beat, with 3 candles to light and he is fast. And I believe there are like 2 or 3 hiding spots, not counting the elevator. But by hearing the heartbeats of when he is near, you are somewhat safe. Kyogi is hard since he's also fast, but at least he has more hiding spots and his map is not big but long, so he takes a little longer to make a loop. The minigame of where you run away from Kyogi is easy since he is slow. The fifth easiest chapter is Nightmare Circus. This chapter can easily be beaten if there are players. The Ronnie the Clown game can be beaten easily, as players can round up the Jack in the boxes while the other players can taunt him into coming to them. But if a player is doing solo, it might take a while but still be successful. Ring Master's minigame can be beaten easily through communicating and hiding because he teleports. Single player might be hard since he teleports and is somewhat fast. His boss fight is easy with other players but might be challenging for one player. Now we are starting to get into the harder levels. The witch trails are the 5th easiest. The flesh bags are easy since they are slow, but if they are in darker areas, it is hard to know where they are, and can even lead him to kill you. But their screams are an idea of where they are. Kazeko and Hanzu are both equally hard since there is so much fog and can only hear their footsteps when they are close. And they move around quickly. I am not sure if the bush hiding method works if you go in one while being chased. Now my favorite monsters, Foothow and Moat. They are hard to beat since they are fast and need to go up close to them to burn their spirits. But they can turn around randomly so you can get killed while trying to grab their spirits. The 6th easiest chapter is the Christmas Trials. I don't remember much about it, but I do know that Krampus is hard to hide from because he is fast and the map takes place in a house, so he can come back and forth, making you die easily. Doing the objectives, which are mostly about finding things scattered around the place, is hard since there are hiding spots, but not a lot I think, and it's in a small area. Also, you have to get the key from Krampus to save Santa, which is hard since he moves fast, and the only ways I can see someone getting the key from Krampus is either getting it while you are hiding or going behind him and getting the key, which is more riskier since he can also turn around. The 7th easiest chapter to beat is Jealousy Chapter 2. I find it somewhat easy and somewhat hard. Umiposu is easy. You just need to know where the gates are, and if you stay on the edges, they sometimes can't see you. Jikaninki is easy since you just need to crouch and not step on the glass. I am not counting Nupepo since he doesn't attack you. Kuishinbo is somewhat easy, but I find it very easy since you just collect meat and there are a lot of meats in the kitchen or in the pantry room. Also, you will hear her talk louder when she is nearer, so you can hide under a table or hide inside a closet when she is near. Gashadakuro is hard at first, but once you know where to go in the running part and where the rocks fall, the running game becomes easy. I'm not counting the other level where the Jikaninki are because they have the same mechanics as the previous one. Zuboshi is somewhat easy because you can put all foods in a pot at once and cook it, making it faster and safer, but you need to act quickly. His running part is hard since it is very long, and if you get stuck, you die easily. Teru is easy. You just need to stop moving when she looks. Ryoshi is easy if you take your time and do not rush. You should do one code at a time before hiding, it is much safer. Hide and seek is when the hard part comes. Kuriyami, Mother teleports and you need to go around the map in random directions to find Chihiro. And after that, you need to act quickly and find a door that spawns near you. Phase 2 of the hide and seek part is easy since you just need to find notes. And when she spawns in front of you, run, and don't look back. She disappears in a short period of time. The Nagisa boss fight is hard, but if you know her moves it should become easy and you should take your time. Phase 2 of the boss fight is hard since Nagisa never stops moving, and instead of using cannons, you need to get close to it and smite her with your sword. Oh yay, I am not counting the Halloween trials because I never completed it, and I find it hard to beat. Now, the hardest chapter to beat in my opinion is Book 1 Chapter 4. Tokito is hard since you need to know where you are going and you need to look at them for them to stop moving towards you. And there are 3 of them. But once you have the strategy, it is easy. Daku and Kieko are the same. They are fast and can only hear their sound when they are near. But if you play it safe, it isn't that hard. Kusunoki is really hard since he is faster than you, and can only hear his footsteps when he is near. And sometimes, hiding in the bush won't save you while being chased. Saigomo Phase 1 is hard since you can barely hear her humming and you need to run around the map to kill her 3 hearts. Also, she is faster than you. For her boss fight, I find it impossible to beat unless you have the ancient fan, because phase 1 of the fight is easy. You just hit her with your sword while she roars and repeat the same process. But in phase 2 of the fight, she is much faster and you will definitely get damaged, so you need to get spirits or the ancient fan to heal you to survive. And that wraps up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I will see you in the next one. Bye.